Okay, now, last time we covered the stances and the other kickboxing element that we talked about. Now we will cover the primary tools, or aka, now we will cover the striking aspect. And as it reads here, primary tools, the most basic tools with which a fighter may enter a ring with any expectation of victory. All techniques to be worked through slowly, only increasing in speed and power when the essentials have been mastered. Use a mirror to compare your form with the sequences shown, and then progress to focus pads and the heavy bag. All punching and kicking techniques should accelerate throughout their execution, and the force should be driven through the target. This basically is meaning that you should work more on technique over power and speed. Good technique will more often than not outdo a sizable gap in power and speed. You get power and speed as you develop your technique, essentially is what it's saying. Also, you want to make sure you have a way to gauge if your technique is solid, either with a mirror or with a partner or with some type of reflective surface next to you. Also, when you do punch your target, don't just punch at them. Strike like you want to go through them. With that mentality, your hits will be way stronger than they would be if you were just going to say, I'm going to hit at you. No, you're going to plow through them with a punch or a kick. And speaking of punches, there are 4 primary punches. There's the jab, the cross, the hook, and the uppercut. And then the jab has 4 essentials. Keep your chin down, your right arm guarding, your left shoulder touching touching the cheek. Look along the line like a gun sight. The jab is used in 3 ways. As an intelligence gatherer, as a point scorer, and as a powerful stop hit. Now, what do those mean? Well, we're going to find out. When used as an intelligence gatherer, the jab should probe your opponent's defenses with a mixture of fast, hard, and timed punches. These should be aimed at a variety of targets and thrown singly or in sharp bursts. It's essential to note your opponent's reaction to these in order to ascertain whether he or she is a counter-puncher, aggressive, nervous, slow, skillful, or clumsy. Having gathered this information, you must use it to bring about your opponent's defeat. As a point scorer, the jab is without parallel, being both fast and economical and with energy. It also opens the door for more powerful techniques. When used as a stop hit, the jab should hit your opponent at the moment he begins his attack. The arm should be stiff at the end of the technique. The arm should only be stiff at the end of the technique, and to jolt your opponent out of stride. So essentially, the jab has multiple uses, and it's one of the most versatile strikes in all of fighting. Not just kickboxing, but also boxing, then some Muay Thai. It's useful in a bunch of other places where you would have a jab. Now, the head jab. The sequence of the basic jab is shown. Okay, this is going to show the head jab. Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay. Look at me, just look at me. Here's the basic head jab, so you guys can see it. Okay. Now hold it like this for me, but also hold this so I can demonstrate it. Yeah. Okay, you can see me still, right? Okay, now to do the head jab, you get into your basic fighting stance. You raise your lead hand, and jab. Jab. It's important to breathe out every time you throw a punch. Remember, only keep your arm stiff at the end of your jab. Now at the head jab, you also turn slightly. Always keep your eyes on the jab like that. And then the head jab is the most basic jab. You can do it with your right or your left hand, but always do it from the hand that's the closest to your opponent as to make it because the jab is essentially supposed to be the fastest strike you could ever make. If your jab is slow, then you need to work on that above all else before you even think of moving on to the other like strikes. Speaking of other strikes, you also have the body jab. A jab is performed by bending the knees and moving your weight into the technique. At no time should you merely aim downwards, as this leaves you open to a strong right hand counter to the head. So for the body jab, a powerful body jab will force your opponent to drop his guard and thus create openings for other attacks. And we'll get into combinations in chapter 4, and the angled jab as well. The purpose of the angled jab is to defeat an unorthodox, unchanging guard. By moving your body from left to right, up and down, and circling your opponent, a jab may be fired in such a way that it is difficult or impossible for your opponent to cut or cover it. Below in figures 10 through to 12, various examples of this. A good fighter will always ask questions of his opponent without a doubt, and without a doubt, a fast, intelligent jab is the most efficient way of doing this. So essentially, here's the information about the jab here. Both of the jabs. And in figure 9 we have the body jab, and in figures 10 and 11 and 12 we have the angles, the different angles of jabs you can do. As you can see, there are various angles. Oh, just like this? Good. You're still pointing at the camera at me, right? Can you see me? Okay, now, here's the body jab. Here's an angled jab. With the angled jab, you basically just learn to hit from like an angle instead of like straight up. Now, oh, I see what he's doing now. Wait, that was a bit too far, we think. Another bit. Okay. That's how you do like me. Wait, what?
I gotta go.
Okay. This is the last one. And now we have the rising jab and the dropping jab. Extensions of the angle jab and should be used in the same way. Mastery of the jab is the hallmark of a champion. Used quickly, there is no more versatile weapon in the kickboxer's arsenal.
Bro, hold on, I gotta head home.
Wait, hold this real quick.
I gotta head home.
Okay, we're almost through. This is the last one. Wait, what? Oh, you're about to have an asthma attack. You say you're about to have an asthma attack?
Yeah.
Oh crap, you need me to carry you home or something?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay.
At least walk with you.
I'll walk with you then. Okay. And this is basically the rising jab. Oh crap, okay, okay, the rising and the lowering jab. Okay, I'm gonna have to walk you. You're not having an asthma attack because I kept you up, are you?
Nah, I just usually don't.
Okay, while we're walking, hold this.
Stay at this
I need to finish it. Just hold this up.
Can you fucking say it?
Let's walk. Don't worry, I can do this and walk.
I don't think I can do it.
Okay, I'll hold this. Okay. And that is essentially the rising and the dropping jab. And I hope this video has been educational, and I know I made you wait a bit for this, but like my schedule's been really strange, been doing a lot of extra things, but like I will be back and I will be more consistent, I promise. But like, stay faithful, my faithful ballers, and goodbye. Say goodbye.
Yeah.
See you.